The growing calls across the nation to defund the police.
To end policing as we know it.
Off the charts violence in New York City. 11 people shot in just 8 hours on
This is
Sunday.
about the police officers who every single day put on that uniform and they run towards danger when we run away from it.
What's up? Get it up. Welcome to Uncuffed Mondays on the Failure to Stop Podcast channel. The number one channel where first responders go to become entertained and informed. Live on the YouTubes every Monday night, live on the YouTubes every Tuesday night, live on the YouTubes every Thursday night, live on the YouTubes on Friday, but 99% of our listeners still listen on audio. So for those of you who are listening on audio, just know that we have people watching us live right now in the live chats, and so oftentimes we will acknowledge them. But I am here in the office tonight with the always hilarious, the always funny, retired police officer, now comedian, Derrell.
How y'all doing? I know the folks that's watching. I know my background, I look crazy, look like I'm magnified, but you know, we're gonna work it. You know, I need to dye my little hair on my face there. I know you can see it. It's all magnified. So.
It's all magnified tonight because we had a camera take a shit 2 minutes before this show. Not sure what's going on. Looks like that cam link's back on. It might work. I don't know. But we're going to deal with it. So he'll be on webcam tonight. We're sorry, guys.
Right.
But it's still going to be funny. But we got a lot to go through in the news today. If you want to like it, if you want to support the show, please hammer the like button on the YouTubes. Hit the subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you want to do. We also have a Patreon account, a YouTube account. This week on Patreon, I have a very hilarious conservative political conservative comedian coming on named Conservatiant. It's Anthony Romaldi on Instagram. I think he's like somewhere around like 300,000 followers on Instagram. Really funny guy. If you're not following him, follow him because I'm going to have him on for T-Bones with Tansey Wednesday night on the Patreon channel. So but yeah, so much going on in the news tonight. So much going on in the news tonight.
Oh yeah.
One, rest in pieces.
Rest in pieces.
And I say that nowadays. That was a Eminem song. Rest in pieces.
Oh, okay.
What's his name? Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman. Yeah,
Paul. You're a huge Pee Wee Herman fan.
Yeah, I used to. Everybody. I used to do the break dance and the
What was it? Oh, that was Pee Wee Herman.
Uh-huh. Oh man, Pee Wee Herman, the song by Joski Love, man. Everybody tried to do the Pee Wee Herman on the dance floor.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What year was that, you think?
80s, 88, 89, 87, 88, 89, around that time.
I would have been just a young little laddie. I wasn't allowed to watch Pee Wee Herman. I guess it's probably because of the trouble that he got into.
But you know what, man?
But I was young, so I didn't know.
He was not found guilty of none of that shit.
Well,
I mean,
he did admit to jerking off.
I mean, come on, man. Everybody, you jerk off.
Not in a theater.
But hell, I mean, okay, you didn't jerk off in the public. Maybe in the bathroom stall. You was in the military. You were gonna sit there and tell me you never jerked off when you was in the field.
Yeah, but I did it in a porta-john when it was 101 degrees outside. I still can't walk by a porta-john when it's 101 degrees outside and not look at that thing with little side eyes. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I did in Panama. I know. I holding my weapon and everything. I had my weapon in my left hand and my gun in my right arm.
You always knew it because nothing was flat in Afghanistan. The ground was always uneven. And so if someone was sawing one off in the porta-johns, it would always be, it would have a shake to it. So when you saw, you'd start throwing rocks at it. The people would be like, man, knock it off.
I knew dudes, man. And see, it won't until we were infantry. We slept on the ground.
Yeah.
But it was like some units that we visited or whatever. They had I know when I was in Panama we had safe haven for the Cuban immigrants who was they was out there floating on rafts and all kinds of stuff coming to America. Well, we intercepted them and we set up camps. We actually had riots and all that stuff. This happened back in 95, 94, 94, 95. So it was crazy. But yeah, we had tents and cots because we was going to be out there for 6 months.
Right.
We was out there for 6 months. So we slept on cots. They was like, we're not going to let y'all sleep on the ground. We're going to sleep on cots. And, we had cots and everybody lined up, 10 to a row or whatever. And you hear guys, in there under the poncho liner, just choking.
And the poncho liner, it has a rub to it. So like when your knuckles dry across it, it's like
But they showed you like, is he over there?
Dude, so I had a dude that was I was in a bunk in Afghanistan, two bunks high, and most everybody kept all their gear on the bottom bunk and slept on the top bunk, so you didn't have to pull your gear from the top bunk down. But I would sleep on the top bunk. Like I said, I slept on the top bunk. My shit was on the bottom. But this dude that slept next to me slept on the bottom bunk and kept all of his gear up on top because he didn't like climbing in and out of his bed.
Right.
And so he had his little jerk shack made up. That's why he wanted to sleep on the bottom rack, so that he could form like a poncho tent around his bed. You know what I mean? So he had some privacy.
Right.
I didn't care. I just jerk off in front of everybody. I didn't care. I'd Pee Wee Herman it. But no, so he would set it up, but I could see down into his jerk shack because I was sitting up top. And so one time I was watching him because I could hear it. I was trying to go to sleep and I hear like the and I tried to ignore it. He opened it to get faster and faster.
Oh, you say his knuckles?
Because
Okay.
his knuckles are dragging on that poncho liner. You know what I'm saying? So, but I see him and he's got his head like this, and he's, and then he would let go of his head to turn the page of the porno he was looking at. So I finally watched him do this like 2 or 3 times. He's like, and I was like, yo, I was like, just take a break and turn the page. Like you're gonna strain your neck. And he was like, man, shut up, I ain't jerking off. And I was like, dude, I can see you.
There's levels of jerking off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
When I jerked off,
yeah.
I mean, I still jerk off. I don't give a fuck.
You're not
You
too
know,
old to jerk
married,
off.
girlfriend, whatever.
You
Hey,
still jerk
still,
off at your age?
yeah, damn right. You know, you gotta crank them out. You know, at my age, it's good. It's good for the prostate. You see?
Yeah. It's good for cancer.
Right. I'm to keep a finger out my ass. I'm gonna jerk off. You know, that's what
I'm
I'm
gonna jerk
gonna
off
do.
with a finger in my ass. To make sure I don't have cancer
shit.
while I'm doing it.
Damn.
I'm just checking for cancer. That's all for cancer, dude.
Nah, you a freak. But no, man, just it's levels to it. And you know, when you jerk off, you know, some people would use lotion, Vaseline or something like that. Or you just raw dog it, you know. Damn. You know, because it's messy.
Yeah.
See, at my age, after I bust, I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
So sooner I'm asleep.
Yeah.
I don't have time to get up and wash soap and
You get up in the
lotion
morning,
and oil and all that stuff.
Your piss is going like 6 different directions, snaking all over the bathroom.
you know, pissed all over the
nasty
seat,
motherfucker. No, but so he's dead though. Dead at 70 years old.
70 years old.
Died privately in his home fighting cancer.
Cancer the last 6 years.
And he apologized to everybody. You know, maybe the shaming went too far. He says he's the most hated person with 2 misdemeanors ever. That was one of the things he said. He says that he thinks he's probably the most hated person over 2 misdemeanors. But I think it's a totality. I mean, you know, when you get caught with 3,000 pornographic magazines and you get caught jerking off in a theater and a couple of those pornographic images, maybe too young. I know that they caught him a deal and they said that they weren't.
But here's the thing, though. He's a man. A man, I mean, come on. We have sexual desires. We have urges. Now, if he I would have said fuck him if he would have took this out on a kid. If he would have jerked off on a kid or like in a park or at a school, something like that.
Off in a Food Lion parking lot? I've had that call before.
I mean, he was in his car.
Yeah,
he was in his car,
and somebody saw it.
I mean, I got head before in a Food Lion parking lot.
Yeah.
So I mean, if somebody would have caught me, it was in the daytime. I mean, you know, the girl, she was knocking it out, and I was sitting back there.
I was wondering.
Now I had tinted windows.
Oh,
so I mean, you know, somebody have to come up and look in there.
Dude, I pulled up next to a truck on my way back from Savannah, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last time I was in Savannah, and I was driving up 95, and this dude, straight kidding it, and we made eye contact as I was passing him, and she was a big girl too. I could see her, man. So she was doing a good job, you know.
Give it up for the big girl.
And so he looks right at me, and I was like embarrassed because I saw what was going on, and he just goes like this. He's like, like give me the old like, yeah, boy, mind your own business. Let me get my blowy.
But I mean.
Again,
I mean, think about it. Porn is like $1 billion industry. Yeah. I mean, you got preachers, pastors, I mean, guys of the cloth. You have lawyers, doctors, judges. I mean, you have people with important careers. You have people who you would think live an ethical and moral tight life.
Yeah.
They all, at one point in their life, if they live long enough, they come across some porn, been across porn, went across porn, or sex, any kind of some sex or whatever.
Right.
But it's just, again, it's just our choices of where you
do
it at.
Down to discipline, and you have to have. I think we lack discipline as a society, and you have to be disciplined at all. Like you have to have some kind of discipline.
Right.
You can't just be like free flow jerking off,
but
all over the fucking place. Because you know what though, like that's what deviance.
But check it out though. He got caught at a spot that offers the place. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I don't hate the.
That's like a hotel. A hotel offers you a room, a bed where you can you can sleep, you can take a shower.
I do disagree with him being busted for being in theater, although he was breaking the law because you weren't supposed to do that in the theater in the 90s and the late 80s and the 90s were a different time.
So he could be in the theater, but he couldn't be jerking off in the theater. A dark theater that's showing that type of stuff.
No, what I'm saying is that like it makes it. Like I understand why he was jerking off in a jerk off theater. I feel like that's where you go to do those kinds of things. But I also understand that you have a moral obligation as a society to keep those things in check, because those are the guys that's where it starts. Like anybody, not everybody that goes to a porn theater is a sexual assaulter. But I bet you every sexual assaulter goes to a porn theater. So if you want to catch the rapist, if you want to catch the serial fucking dirtbag, then that's probably a good place to start.
Well, I would say, okay. So in that case, they need to have the business should have something where they can identify these guys in the system before they even let them in. They come in, no, you're a sex offender. You got to go.
So you're saying,
what I'm saying?
So you're saying like you can do this until you commit a sex. Don't commit a sex offense, you won't be able
right. If you just coming in to watch a movie,
reasonable.
You the privacy, you got napkins, you got lotion, go handle your business and whatever. But if they come up in there and they ask, damn it, a sexual offender, why they? Because a lot of people think that sexual offenders should have their balls be castrated. You know what I'm saying? When they get convicted, and this is no questions, no ifs, ands, or buts. God, that's what should happen to them. Cut the balls off. Castrate them. Sterile them.
Maybe
sterilize them
chemically
or whatever, or something like that. Yeah,
like it has to be almost like the death penalty bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
It can't be the drunk girl when you were 22 that nobody can really prove or not prove.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, exactly, because
if you're like first degree rape or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah, I'm all for
especially if they plead guilty. They plead. Oh, so you did? Yes, sir, I did. Okay. Put them balls on the table.
No.
Trying to chop them off. Trying to chop them.
Full on like Saudi Arabia.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, there's many cases out there where women lie.
Well, and
they
men
lie. Yeah. Men lie too, but women, you have the ones that are victims. There are victims out there.
What was her name? Kaylee Russell or
right.
Carly Russell.
Right. Her ass just got arrested.
Dude, well, yeah, but now they're like no time. Like, sure, what was the mental illness thing that they got her? Like, she's just got to go get mental help.
Yeah,
that's what it is. That's the world today. Dude, that is the world we live in today. Where it's like if you just plead that you have some kind of mental condition, they're not gonna fuck with you. Aaron Hernandez's brother.
Yes.
Have you read that stuff?
Yeah.
What's he get? Was he getting charged with this stuff or what?
I think so. A terrorist threat.
Federal charges.
Yeah.
I think that was the title of tonight's show. I know that we've been having so many technical difficulties before the show
facing
started.
Federal charges of alleged threatening message.
Yeah. So let me see here. Oh no, I went back to the Pee Wee Herman things. But yeah, Aaron. So for those of you who don't know, Aaron Hernandez's brother was caught in what appears to be a potential school shooting incident when he's now facing federal charges. I'm bringing up the story right now. This is a strange story. This is bizarre. It's happening in Hartford, Connecticut. This is how the alternative press starts this article, and I have a problem with the start of this article. You let me know what you feel about it. But the troubled brother of the late NFL player, Now, if this was a police officer who committed a crime, do you think they would start that article with the troubled police officer who let his dog go and bite that dude? They never do this. Like, one of the perks of being a citizen, a civilian. The troubled brother of the late NFL player Aaron Hernandez was charged Friday, now in federal court, with new counts of threatening and stalking after authorities say he threatened to shoot up the University of Connecticut and kill 3 people in another state. The article goes on to say Dennis Hernandez was ordered to be held in custody after his appearance in court in Hartford. A message-seeking comment was sent Friday night to his attorney. The new charges came days after it emerged that Hernandez was arrested on my birthday, July 18th. It actually says that in the article. Was arrested on Eric Tansey from Stop Podcast's birthday, July 18th, on state charges after police said he threatened to kill officers and then urged them to shoot him at his home in Bristol. Officers had gone in and they got him and got him to mental health. People choose to raise concerns about his mental health. The arrest report said that the 37-year-old had sent threatening messages, including ones about carrying out a shooting at UNC Connecticut. But basically, he was butthurt because he wasn't getting a coaching position at UConn.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yeah. It says, quote, I've died for years now, and now it's others people's turn. Read a July 7th message sent to a woman.
He won't be getting no job no time soon, will it? Nowhere.
People are dying to hire this guy.
You know?
Get it? People are dying to get him as their head coach. UConn's going to see how accurate I am, too, with my targets. Damn, you a shooter, dog. Hernandez told another person that he drove July 7th to UConn's campus in Providence, Rhode Island, where he coached quarterbacks during the 2010-11 season, according to court papers. He'd been due in state. What is wrong with the Hernandez family? Why are they so angry? Why are they so upset about everything?
Now, see, did he play sports? I mean, he obviously he must have been pretty good, but not good enough to make it to the league like his brother. At UConn. Okay, so he played at UConn, but he didn't make it to the league like his brother.
Right, right. Because his brother committed murder as well. Yeah,
his brother.
It's like you didn't figure that out, that like it doesn't work out. Your brother went down that road, and look how
his brother was in a lot of trouble in college, at the college level.
Well, how about this? It begs the question. Everybody wanted to say that this was traumatic brain injuries that caused this. This was a series of hits of his career, traumatic brain injuries that made him commit murder. That's kind of the narrative that we were.
I don't think he was. Well, if it did, it started when he was in, I guess,
right.
What is it?
So did his brother receive the same head injuries that caused you to murder, or is this more?
Think about all
like a nature thing, like his parents.
What are the numbers? If you look back in football, the helmets have progressively gotten better for more protection.
Right, but which I argue allows you to use your head more. So the protection's better, but now you're using your head.
Well, they're actually trying to stop that. They're trying to stop on the quarterback hits. They try spearing, things like that. They're doing things to try to make it safe. Right.
They were in that area.
But if you count and go back in the 50s and 60s, or even before that, when they had the leather hats, leather helmets and stuff.
Listen, rugby has never gone to helmets, and they do just fine.
Yeah, but y'all, nobody don't give a damn about no damn rugby.
What? Rugby is the greatest sport of all time.
Why that shit ain't on ESPN every I mean, nobody ain't trying to. Ooh, let's hurry up for rugby. Rugby season, yes.
One, fuck you.
Huh?
And two,
if the Cowboys had a rugby team, I'd be like, fuck the Cowboys.
The rugby football came from rugby. Touchdown and rugby. You touch
the
the ball
Stooges.
down.
I seen the Three Stooges play rugby.
Oh, so you know all about it then. Listen, rugby's way more manly of a sport than football, and them motherfuckers don't need helmets.
But y'all don't need helmets because y'all be
they know how to tackle.
Y'all be in a circle grabbing asses and shit. Y'all grab ass more than guys in the pads.
I'm gonna put a badass rugby clip up on Uncuffed's Instagram.
Please do.
How badass rugby
Please do.
We know rugby knows how to tackle, and they teach you to be formed tacklers. And you can't slam into somebody in rugby, meaning that in rugby, you have to actually make a tackle. And if you don't, the person can keep going. So if I run across the field and I murder somebody on the rugby field, they can stand up and keep running. You have to physically tackle them to the ground, which is the way football used to be back in the old days, remember? Right. In football, like, you remember how they would get down and they would get back right up? You had to physically tackle them. They had to be down. I think once they went to all these pads, nobody tackles in football anymore. They just run around and smack into each other. Look at these safeties, man.
Oh, yeah.
The last time a safety's made a good open field tackle was in like 1992.
Yeah, back when Ronnie Lott was the
Rod. What was it?
Ronnie Lott from the from 49ers.
Was it Rod Stewart? Was it Rod?
Rod Woodson.
Rod Woodson. Yeah, Rod Woodson.
Aaron
Cordell
Woodson.
Stewart. Yeah, Rod Woodson was a great safety. I don't know that you can blame this on too many head hits for the old Hernandez.
No, you can't.
I think this is a family issue, dude. If you've raised two kids that both want to murder people, maybe we've got some anger issues going on in the family.
Something wrong with them. Yeah.
You don't see Rob Gronkowski going out and murdering dudes.
Right.
And nobody's got more head injuries than Gronk.
Right. Exactly. You
don't see Troy Aikman out there murdering folks.
Right.
Emmitt Smith's not murdering people. And Emmitt Smith's got to be basically.
And the thing about it, the dude he had the talent. He had the talent. And just, I don't know. He just lost his head, man.
Yeah, and where do you
he favors his brother? He looked just like.
Oh, they do look alike. They look alike a lot. So that's big news there. So when he was arrested, he yelled, "Shoot me," which is a cop's worst nightmare. The suicide by cop thing is getting pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Don't do that to a cop. Just don't do it generally. Just don't.
But what was funny? People be like, "Did you have to kill him? You couldn't shoot him in the leg." I'm like, have you ever shot a gun before, man? Under stress, your heart beating real hard.
Jay Derrell can't even shoot a dude in the chest when he's aiming at him. No, just kidding.
I could throw a rock and bust him upside his motherfucking head, though.
Oh, dude, oh man, I was actually I was at an officer's house this weekend for the UFC fight.
Mm-hmm.
He was involved in an involved shooting, and he shot 8 rounds, I think, 7 rounds, and he hit the guy 3 times, and the guy died from 3 feet away. And so they were all making it. So I was like, dude, we were making fun of another cop that I think is one of the best shooters I've ever shot with. And they were like, the dude was like, yeah, he's a good pistol shot, but get him on the rifle. I was like, dude, you don't even get to be in this conversation because you were 3 feet away and you hit a dude 3 out of 7 times. So you're at like 70%.
That sounds like LeBron's championship run. You 3 out of 7. You ain't Jordan. Jordan's 6 for 6.
Dude, yeah, get out of here with that. But no, I think Aaron Hernandez's brother definitely needs some kind of mental help. But I think I read in the article that they were giving him anger management. Let me go back to that article.
But see, here's the thing.
Ted, did you see that in there?
They're gonna have to let him out.
I'm gonna look through it real quick.
You're gonna have to let him out soon. And when he get back out there,
I don't know that one. I think if you threaten to shoot up a school because that shit's so prevalent nowadays, what kind of second chances are we giving for that?
See, my thing, do he have kids that are school age that go?
Well, he wasn't going to shoot up school age kids. He was going to shoot up UConn.
Oh, UConn, that's true too. But I mean, it's still a school,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He might have adult.
If you're threatening to shoot a school, they should make an example out of your ass.
Right.
There shouldn't be no fucking second chance mental health shit. You threaten to shoot up a school, you're a fucking terrorist at that point.
Well, I mean, that's just like kids, man. Because I worked in a school, and there are kids that didn't want to go to school, so they would call in a bomb threat,
and they should go to fucking jail for a long time.
But we caught a couple of them, and they were under 16. So you'd be like, "Fuck," we got to talk to their parents, bring them in. But yeah, they all because they did not want to go to school, or they had a test that they weren't ready to take.
But if we started making a punishment for that, and you had real deal consequences, people wouldn't threaten it,
right?
I
don't know though, because
he's smiling in his mugshot. Is that his mugshot?
I mean, we got
that's his book photo.
We have DWIs, and people still gonna drive drunk. They don't give a fuck.
Well,
people
but
are like
that
too.
Those DWIs a little bit stronger. It's like I went to Ohio. I think everybody in Ohio that I met had like 4 DWIs. They were like, you can't even go to the bar unless you have like 2.
I got a cousin. He got 4 DWIs. He don't even he won't even ride a lawnmower. He'll push cut grass. He won't even ride his lawnmower.
Did you see this Dennis Hernandez's booking photo? If you can get his booking photo up for us, Ted, that'd be great. Just a cheesy smile, almost kind of like old girl Carly Russell's mugshot.
Yeah. Hair was done.
Didn't that piss you off? Like she's just trying to piss.
If I was the person that was taking the picture, I would have went over there and rubbed her hair, messed her hair all up, and tell her, "Do not smile, bitch. Do not smile."
Well, so I don't know, but in the Raleigh jail, they won't take your picture if you smile.
Right.
They tell you can't smile, and people would argue, and they'd be like, "Go have a seat."
And he got his glasses on. Somebody will slap the shit out of him. Look at You should slap the shit out of him.
Now, do you think somebody slaps the shit out of that dude in prison?
Look at him.
If he goes to jail, you bet you worked in the jails, didn't you?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Do you think this guy they making love to this dude from dusk till dawn or what?
No. He's in the mental ward.
Oh, they really?
Mm-hmm.
Think they got him over there?
Yeah, they have mental wards, man. Y'all, you go in there, act like you crazy, and they will put your ass by yourself. He'll be in a cell, probably in a cell by himself. He's on a tier with other prisoners, and they all, it's like maybe 10 cells, and they all in there by themselves.
They trying to get that autograph or what?
Half of them probably don't even know the fuck he is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I saw that dude walking down the street, I wouldn't have any idea.
I wouldn't not exactly.
I would be like, yeah, that's.
But then again, in jail, motherfuckers, man, they get newspapers every day delivered to them, so they see they see the news. They know what's going on out here in the real world. Hell, some of them have Facebook pages, Twitter accounts, TikToks. Jail ain't like it used to be.
All right, you sent me something else. You sent me what is this polar bear story? A 32-year-old woman.
I thought that shit was. I thought it was fake, but man, I looked into it and I was like, well, damn.
Oh my god! Do we have this? Do you have this stuff pulled?
She jumped in their enclosure.
Yo.
A polar bear. Not a grizzly. See, a grizzly would have ate her ass
a polar
up.
bear is even more aggressive
really?
than a grizzly bear.
Well, they said they said they were biting the shit out of them.
Just because they're white and the other ones are brown doesn't mean the white ones are good, JD.
Well, I ain't say they
racist
good.
Motherfucker.
No.
The white ones can be mean too.
Okay.
Nasty.
I thought they was Karens, more like Karens.
You didn't know that polar bears were mean and nasty?
Mm-mm.
Bro, you watch too much TV. You've been watching those Coca-Cola
commercials.
See,
I mean, look at where they live at, man. Look at what they eat. They have a diet of fish.
Terrifying.
The black bears got to go in the woods and find motherfuckers. See what I'm saying?
Bears eat berries.
Berries?
Yes. Black bears eat berries. These things are Kodiak bears, and they eat nothing but like sea lions. I'm telling you, they did this thing.
Bears be eating they eat meat too, man. You trying to make them out to be vegetarians and shit.
Black bears are.
They're not vegetarians.
Yes, they are.
They might supplement their diet, but they eat meat too.
They are vegetarians. They're just like any other vegetarian. They eat berries until they see some meat nobody's watching, and then they try the meat, just like every other vegetarian in the world. They generally eat berries until nobody's looking.
They love white meat. Because see, black folks ain't gonna fuck around in the woods, first of all, to mess with any bear.
Yeah, well, this is a white woman,
right?
She jumps into this enclosure.
And see, even she thought that the white bear wasn't gonna do shit.
Yeah, well, she's look at her. I can tell she's racist just by this picture, just by the way she's dressed. I can tell she's racist. I bet her name is Lynn or Lisa. Right? Every good redneck
like a Betty.
Hey, Lisa, get out of the damn bear cage.
Betty, what are you doing?
On Friday, Betty's a cute name. On Friday, a 32-year-old woman was attacked by a polar bear when she jumped into their cage at the Berlin Zoo during feeding time.
Right. They thought she was the white meat of the chicken, the breast.
Oh, there were
turkey
many
breast.
bites before she was rescued. One, have you ever seen a polar bear at the zoo?
Mm-mm.
Dude, their claws are like the size of these mic stands. The terrifying moment, a woman was attacked by a polar bear after jumping into the enclosure. The 32-year-old leapt over the bars at the Berlin Zoo during the bear's feeding time yesterday.
Right,
she's swimming in the water.
Look, oh shit.
Oh no.
Right. And look, and the big bear, he took a dive. Oh yeah, I'm up to get this motherfucker. Look at her.
Oh no!
He bit her in the
ass. Is that her? No, that's a witness.
That was the witness.
That was a witness. The brave keepers. The brave keepers.
You see the hairdo of the witness? God damn.
Oh yeah, straight out of 1987.
Look at this shit. They are biting her ass.
Oh my gosh! We'll put this.
She ain't even trying to help. See, I would have. See,
we'll put this on our Instagram. This would be probably my biggest fear in life. The brave keepers eventually managed to push the bear away and pull the woman to safety. By the way, they pushed him away with a pole. It looks like a painter's pole of some sort. She was bitten by one of the four older polar bears in the enclosure, and not by the famous Nut, who took Germany by storm as a cub after he was.
Look. He got her in by the ass.
That is terrible. It is
That's
not
what she
known
get though.
why the woman pulled the dangerous stunt, but she initially appeared to be elated as she swam towards the bear. Yeah, I was gonna say at the beginning of this video, she looks like she's all in on this.
You know what? And her doctors, I mean, her medical bills, all that should be on her ass.
Well,
Not the zoo.
it's in Berlin, so they probably got that like all the
But
taxes.
no, you know what they're gonna say? Something mentally wrong with her. They're gonna probably if this happened in the United States, I guarantee they would have been like, she's out
they
of
would have
fucking
shot
mind.
the bear.
Oh yeah, they would have killed
shot
him.
the
They would
fucking
have
bear, just like
they would have killed all of them.
Just like Harambe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The white gorilla.
No,
Yeah.
he was a black gorilla.
He was white.
No, he was a black gorilla.
You sure?
Listen, I know everything.
He was
there
light
is to
skinned.
know
He was
about
mixed.
Harambe.
His mama black.
No, he was not mixed.
Mama
He was
black.
all black.
Dad white.
His family was black.
You sure?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh God, I can't even go with those jokes anymore. But Harambe was absolutely black.
You sure? I thought he was
There he
albino.
is right there. Look, that's Harambe.
Okay, that must have been his cousin I saw. That was his cousin. That's what it was.
Light skinned cousin.
But see, look right there.
What's wrong with you?
They killed him, and he was actually
I
protecting
know.
the child.
I'm not. Yeah.
See, watch this. Look. See,
Oh,
see,
Harambe,
look.
rest in peace.
Look at that. See, he looking. He like, what the fuck that kid doing here?
Man.
Ain't no damn way. See how he got his ass up against the wall there?
Look at him.
You know, he put his ass up against the wall there because he knew they were gonna shoot him in the ass.
Oh,
He knew it. See, he helping the kid up. See?
Pulling his drawers up for him.
Yeah, he helping him up.
Dude,
He
why
helping-
did
he
they
holding
shoot
him up in the water.
Harambe? Why did you have to do it? Harambe.
See what I'm saying?
Harambe,
He
come
looked
back.
sad
to
as
me.
shit.
God, man.
Got killed.
Fuck. Every
See?
time I talk about Harambe, I get angry. I'm gonna have a bad night tonight. I have heartburn and everything else.
That's crazy,
That's
man.
one of the
Why-
saddest
they
fucking
shouldn't-
stories.
Yeah,
of all time.
why they gonna fuck with him? I
'Cause
mean,
they're racist.
you little kid. Yeah, you see, it was a little black kid, black on black crime, black on black
Jesus.
crime. That's what they looked at it as. You know they did. They looked
Little-
at it as black on black
Little
crime.
BOBC.
Right? They look, kill him, shoot him.
Little
Black on black crime.
Little-
I bet they added to the statistics.
They
How much
said
you
it on
want
the
to bet?
radio. They're like,
I
we got a
bet they had.
BOBC crime in the the gorilla
At the
exhibit.
gorilla-
Oh my
yeah, right.
god!
Call animal control.
Oh, no.
Animal control comes and say, shit, you're on your own.
Oh my gosh!
You know, kill that.
Oh,
That's messed up.
that is so sad.
And the good thing,
God,
you know,
Harambe,
the little kid, he he survived it.
Yeah,
That was the great thing. He survived
I
it.
know.
But his little ass was responsible for him getting killed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I never knew how that dude fell into the enclosure. But but this dumb broad, she jumped into the fucking thing. It
Yeah.
says it's not easy to access the enclosure, which is surrounded by a fence, a line of prickly hedges, and a wall. Einer Close, a zoo spokesman, Einer Close,
I feel
German
it.
zoo spokesman, said that they pushed the bear away and then pulled the woman out. I don't know.
I fell into an enclosure one time.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
Where?
It was a pussy.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh,
Fell right into it. It was
oh,
hard to get out, boy. It was hard to get out.
And that's what happened to my third wife.
Woo.
Yes. Gosh, dude. All right. So the next story we got up in here, the police news that everybody's talking about, is this young man who got smoked by a car while being tased simultaneously. Do we have anything on that, or what did you have up next, Ted? Like,
I had a different taser one.
what did you have?
This guy in Alabama died after a taser.
Oh, wrong body tasering. No, the article that I'm going after is the one that's super viral right now.
Yep,
Where
I'll get it real quick.
Yeah, it's fine. Take your time. I'm good. It was a male. And have you seen that video?
Mm-mm.
You haven't seen the video yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh, everybody's seen the video. You call yourself
Come
a
on.
cop?
I mean,
You've
taser
seen the video.
videos. Have you been tased?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, let's go. See.
And I've tased people.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You say with that shit eating
That
grin,
all
too.
right, yeah.
You're not right.
I was trying. Look, I remember that guy we chased all over near Legan Middle School,
Okay.
and dude was crazy. He was stabbing himself with some scissors.
no.
He had a pocket knife and some scissors.
Oh, God.
He kept jabbing himself, walking, talking to himself. He had the whole District 24 and 25 downtown district. We all on foot. Captain Earnhardt was leading it.
Yeah.
You know, we was all.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I remember I was at the school, I was at Longview at the time.
All right.
And we need somebody with a taser. And I was like, hey, I gotta go. The first time to get to use
the
the taser.
Batmobile.
I'm hauling ass. And I get there. And I'm like, damn, all these officers here. So we walking. And they was like, everybody was loading up that one cartridge. Bam, they would shoot him. Yeah, he pulling them out and steady walking. Didn't hit the ground not one time. We was like, fuck. We need somebody else with a taser. Like, shit. So I get up there and shot my pow. He just pulled that shit off, kept on going.
That's the worst.
I swear he was tased about 20 times. 20.
Well, I think they now have learned that when they're on certain drugs, those are nerve blockers.
Oh, yeah.
And so, you can't. Yeah. And the taser directly affects the nerves or whatever.
Yeah, he won't.
I'm
he
not a
won't
taser
go down.
instructor. All right, here's the video. Let me play this video. This is the video that everybody's talking about.
Okay.
This is Lemire County Sheriff's Office.
This shit in Florida.
I don't know where that's at.
That's right here where I live.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Colorado. All right, so here we go. The guy's running. You don't have to hear it. So we got a guy running. He's got pants on, a hoodie. He's running across a drainage ditch towards a 4-lane highway. Now, in the video with the audio, the officer is saying, I'm going to tase you. I'm going to tase you. Stop. I'm going to tase you. The reason why he's going to tase him is because the cop doesn't want to run across 4 lanes of things. So the guy eats shit in the bike lane. The taser deploys as he gets up and into the highway.
Dang.
And then he gets smoked by a car while being tased, and it kills him.
Oh, yeah. Police, they about to be sued.
But you know what? I've got no problem with the cops doing this. Now, some of the comments are like, the funny thing is the first comment I saw was, police. Yeah, so the police going to tase a black man up until he gets hit by the car, and then like all these comments, like 100 comments, like replies. They're like, oh yeah, the kid's white.
Oh, is it?
It's a white kid.
See.
So I just wrote back, he was white.
Right.
Like, it had nothing to do with him being a white or black.
Exactly.
If you run from the fucking police and he says he's going to tase you,
right,
best you believe he's not fucking around.
Right.
And when you're going through a lot as a cop, and especially if you're a young cop or you're not like a seasoned cop at foot chases, you're kind of a one-track brain in your first couple of foot chases, meaning that like when you set your mind to do one thing, it's going to take it a hot minute to get your mind to change its mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're going through all that because your body's working too hard, you got the adrenaline going, you're running, you're trying to keep up with a million things a minute. Plus he's going over, that is a busy highway. Since you're out there, Dead, like what, do you know anything about that highway?
So I don't know exactly where it was, but I-25 runs north and south from Cheyenne down through Denver, all the way down into down into northern Texas. And where we live at, there are access roads that run parallel with the freeway. So it looks like this was stopped on an access road. And then there's that drainage ditch. And then 25 is 75 miles per hour. And there are no streetlights at all.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because they damn sure didn't stop. Didn't even slow down. Didn't even see.
The cop was shaking his light at the car. Yeah, but I chalk this up as, how about when are we going to stop running from the cops?
I mean,
all these stories start with running from the cops.
Right.
Like, how about don't run from the fucking cops?
I mean, to be honest, now that I'm retired, if I got stopped, I would run if I could.
Why?
My arthritis wouldn't let me. My arthritis right now wouldn't let me run.
But you would run?
I would.
Why?
Just to fuck with them. Just to make your ass get some exercise.
Yeah.
I seen too many fat cops in my time.
You just say, I want to try.
I'm gonna be. Yeah. You know what?
But you were a
but
cop
check it out though.
for like 15
but
years,
check it
so
out.
You know where to go.
But check it out. We used to do prostitution busts, things,
yeah.
and I played the John.
Yeah.
We had an agreement. We came up with, hey, look, when we stop the bus, pull me out, don't whoop my ass, but treat me rough, handcuff me, put me in the car, so the person
thinks it's real,
and won't, motherfucker set me up, because then they start lying then,
right.
Even though they don't realize they've been recorded and all that other good shit. But we did so well one night. The very last one, we decided, all right, we're going to go for one more. This was going to be the last one, guys. Then we're going to roll in. I remember exactly where we was at. And it was just so hilarious. After they got old girl, they had me. and they was acting like they were putting the cuffs on me. Didn't do it on this last one. And that's when I took advantage. I said, man, fuck you motherfuckers. And I took off running.
No.
And they took off after me.
No.
And the girl was like, you didn't have to run. The prostitute was like, you didn't have to run. You didn't have to run. I took off, went behind the house, and I stopped. And two officers came. I forgot who they were. But, they was all in on it, but they didn't know. They knew I was going to run. Right. And they chased after me.
What did they say?
I had one cuff on and the other one. And when they came around the house, we was all laughing. They was like, they stopped. They didn't have their guns out because they knew, but they had to make it look good in front of. And when they came around the corner of the house, man, we sat there and laughed our ass off.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So they ended up, we went on and put it back in there, and they brought me back around. I'm cussing. I was just making jokes on them. I was roasting them and everything.
Dude, it would be fun to do that like one time.
Sergeant Naylor was in charge of it. He was there laughing. He said, man, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Dude, that's hilarious. I've done a bunch of those, but I've never had the dude like run from us.
Yeah, I ended up running. I did that. Dude, it was classic. It was classic because all the rest of them, I ain't saying nothing. I told you what, Yeah. All right, well, we'll put them in the car, and then they go deal with her, and then I get out, write my notes, and, get set up for the next one. The very last one, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get them.
Damn,
it was so funny.
Got them. I mean, it's, for me, and I like how quickly the race thing came out. And I don't know that the media was like overtly.
But you know what? It's always about race.
Yeah, because the election season's coming.
It's just all the time when an incident occurs with law enforcement and citizens. And I guess maybe, how if you're sitting at the house and you turn on the news and you hear something crazy, you try to guess who the fuck, what race did it. Like they'd be like, oh, it was another school shooting and such and such. And you'd be like, yeah, that was a white motherfucker. That's what you say. You be like, nah, ain't no black people won't shoot up no damn school. We don't even want to go to motherfucking school sometimes. Why the hell we want to shoot it up? Our kids got to go there. Shit, that's daycare sometimes for us. They ass in school, kids in school, we at work or whatever, had ass in school. Why we gonna go shoot it up? So, different crimes, that's what happens.
Right.
We judge, we prejudge who the suspect, if he's black, if he's white. What if it was an Asian dude? What if an Asian dude was coming over here fucking people up? Now, see, you'll be racist if an Asian dude had that on his face and everything cut, and he was out here fucking people up like he was Bruce Lee doing karate shit. That'd be the first thing. You'll be like, damn, is he Asian? Why? Yeah. Well, Asian do kung fu, karate. You know what I'm saying? But that'd be the first thing we say.
Yeah.
It's just
a man attacks police with like.
Right.
Nunchucks. You're like,
yeah. But see, that's what I said. We always, and when I say we, I'm talking about we as humans, United States citizens, we always judging, and then when we find out different, I give you another big one. When what's old boy this DC sniper?
Yeah.
Shit, we just black folks knew that was somebody white.
And it wasn't.
I know. And we were surprised. We were shocked. We was mad. We was like, man, fuck him. Our emotions was all up and down because, we couldn't even go to the gas station in the hood in North Carolina because we didn't know where that motherfucker was at. We didn't know where he was at. We was like, man, he black. Damn, he could be right here in Clayton.
Across any one of us.
Yeah, right. What is he driving?
Are you saying that you all look alike?
Huh?
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, a bullet don't have a name. So, yeah. Bullet don't have a name. I'm like,
got a bullet with a name. Shocking crazy. Body camera capture. This is from New York Post. Deputy Lorenzo Lawan stopped Brent Allen. Brent Allen. That's the whitest name ever. Brent Allen. He was 28 years old, about 9 p.m. Near a hotel off of Interstate. Damn, this happened all the way back in February, and it's just now making the news. Fuck, I guess they probably just dropped the body camera. He noticed a Ford Fusion had expired tags. Pulled it over on I-25. One stopped near Mountain Vista Drive. It doesn't really matter. The man of Loveland identified himself as Jacob Jones. But the deputy, who was joined by a partner at the scene, quickly discovered that he had given a fake name. Jacob Jones is the fake name you're going to go with?
Damn.
He's like,
He went generic like hell then.
Jacob Jones. The driver insisted that he had not lied, but then bolted when the two told him that he was under arrest, running down. I've never got why people give the wrong name. As if, like, do you think
like you ain't gonna check?
Like,
right.
We're not gonna know that.
But here's the fucked up thing: whether you give them the wrong name, but that name you gave them, they got warrants.
That's happened.
You know what I'm saying?
That's happened to me before.
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, the dude gave me his like twin brother's name, and I was like, "All right, you got warrants." He's like, "I know you're lying now because that's my brother's name," and I was like, "Yeah, dumbass, your brother's got warrants then too." Like,
right.
Now you're still under arrest. I still win. It's like he got me like, I tricked you. Like, no, you're still going to jail. And now I'm going to go get your brother too. Lawan then handcuffed. Oh gosh, here we go. So he said, stop, you're going to get tased. He then fires the weapon after Thompson jumps at guardrail and collapses along the road. Shit, the deputy explains as an oncoming SUV slams into him. The video shows the moments of impact. Lawan then handcuffed the moaning man and dragged him to the shoulder.
That's some shit.
Where he and other deputies alternated performing CPR until he was under arrest. So
yeah, but shit. I mean, damn, this motherfucker just got hit by an SUV.
I know. I think, but like I said, I think your brain stops working in those situations. You know what I'm saying? Like you become a very one-track mind.
I mean, I think it depends on the officer because my thing is, I tased your ass.
My first one, I would have done that because I promise you, Jay, I promise you with all my heart and soul. I don't know this character. I bet you the minute that dude got smoked by the car, I bet you that cop's whole world was in the pit of his stomach. I bet he was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. There's no way that cop was thinking coherently at all. Like he was probably just like, and it was probably muscle memory, right? He was probably conditioned black. Muscle memory is handcuff, and then CPR, but there's no way you could see something like that. Think about the trauma. That's traumatic as fuck.
Oh yeah. But what I'm saying, I mean, I guess like you said, putting the handcuffs on him. I mean,
if it wasn't him that had been chasing and him that physically saw it, I bet you he wouldn't have made that decision. What I'm saying is because he was in a chase and his adrenaline was skyrocketed and then he saw somebody get hit by a car, I think his brain just wasn't working. He's probably just like, what do I do? Okay, handcuff.
But I think in departments across the country, they teach you that. They don't give a shit whether you shoot that motherfucker. There's been a lot of video. Pow, 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 pow. He's still a suspect. Oh, yeah. He still could be dangerous. Handcuff him. And you be like, well, damn, this he got tased, but he got hit by a car. I mean, they ran his ass over.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he ain't moving. He grown and he ain't thinking about getting up running no more.
No.
I would not have I wouldn't have put him in cuffs.
Yeah, I don't think you in the right mind would have done it. But I think if you were traumatized like that, your brain might not work the way you want it to work. Like you might be doing shit that you probably wouldn't even. I bet you this cop doesn't remember any of this.
He probably don't.
He probably got done.
That's why
he's probably just as embarrassed.
That's why 9 times out of 10 when stuff like that happen, they take your ass away from the scene and have you give write down whatever right then and there, or try to talk to you at least to get what happened, get that first interview out the way. But
oh, dude, I bet you this is going to stick with him for a long time. Listen, we're breaking this whole case. We'll be breaking it down on Friday for our Friday breakdown. And we have a special guest to come and help us break it down. And when we get through the whole details of this, of course, we'll do a very serious breakdown. But just as it being in the news, thought we'd bring it up tonight and just
how much you think his family gonna sue for? What you think they're looking for?
All of it.
They want the whole town.
Yeah, I don't know about.
They're gonna sue. They're gonna sue.
For sure.
They're gonna blame it,
and they'll probably get a payout
on it. They probably won't even balk at it because.
Well, it also depends too if you guys got family to sue. Like this guy might be like some kind of meth addict. I mean, I'll know more on Friday, but this guy might be.
They're gonna look at it and say, "Okay, he ran from you. Okay, what was his charges? What was he
given a fake name?
Was okay. So of course they're gonna say, okay, it's not like he was wanted for murder. You know what I'm saying? Or a crime, a real serious crime that you had to chase him. You chased him. And see the thing, what they're gonna look, they ain't gonna look and be like, oh, they chased him in a in the oncoming traffic. Because I mean, shit, if he decided to keep on running, that's him playing frog out there. But the fact that the officer tased him, and for those 5 seconds, his ass couldn't move, couldn't do anything. Just think now, if he say he was tackled, not tased, say he was tackled, hit. Well, both of them, we would have seen if both their ass would have rolled out, who would have got out the way or rolled over, you know.
Oh, I'm not taking that chance.
Right. But see, the thing is, of course, like you said, it goes back to the he's not thinking, because that adrenaline rush, your heart pumping, you chasing this dude, and he tased him right there in the road. And you see, he moved out the way. He saw the car, like you said. He was trying to flag the car down. Hey, with a little flashlight. Car was going too fast. The person who was driving probably won't paying attention. They might have been on the phone. Might have been scratching their ass or whatever.
Right.
And when they hit something, boom, boom, boom. Oh shit! What was that?
Oh shit!
See, now they gonna be fucked up too.
Oh, for sure.
They're gonna be fucked up.
This is why you just don't run from the cops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like honestly, I'm like a big fan of play stupid games, win stupid prizes type deal. And I think this
but you know deep down, sometimes you as a cop, you want some action. You want a motherfucker to run. You want to run. Now, some like departments, I remember my first car chase with RPD. And I swear, I lied to you not. I was a trainee. Because, I came from another department. So I had experience. I had 3 years experience before I came to Raleigh. So my field training officer was cool. We just talking, we chilling and everything. And we was out there looking for this female. This female, I guess she was held, I ain't gonna say against her will. She went with them, but her folks had money and they wanted their daughter back. Okay. And she was hanging with some low lifes over there on Idaho. Okay. And everything, Idaho and Jones. So we sat up there. Leonard, he's a detective now, but Leonard was my FTO. Yeah. And we sitting there and we saw her. And when we saw her, we saw the dude. We got her. He was in the truck. The truck that they told us, and he took off. And we hauling ass. I'm talking about we going through the streets. Yeah. And I mean, Leonard over there doing the Dukes of Hazzard theme song. And I was like, Duke. I was hauling that. I mean, he was on the radio. We were hitting the bumps and stuff. Yeah, I mean, if we didn't have our seatbelt on, our ass probably would have came up out the damn car. But man, we was chasing that motherfucker, and I tell you, when they jumped out, the one dude, I mean, he was throwing drugs out the window and shit, crackheads come popping out of bushes, scooping them up and shit. It's like, damn, they getting all the evidence. They was like, that's all right. Other officers will get it, whatever, or they'll get them. Yeah. If not, we got them, for the girl, right? So we get there, and next thing you know, we in Washington Terrace. That's where he jumps out the car. Car kept on, boom, and hit the damn, and it stopped. We jumped out. Leonard said, "You go after him." I took off. I was in shape then. Yeah. And Leonard started running too, but he went to go make sure the car was clear and all that. I chased the dude around the house. Yeah. I slipped and bust my ass. Yeah. When I'm talking about, because the grass, it was late. It was probably about 10, 11 o'clock at night. And the grass had that dew on it, fresh dew. And I went around. I slipped and fell, hit the ground, rolled over, and jumped back up and was running. All that adrenaline was running. And I got around, the dude was sitting by a abandoned vehicle in the backyard, putting the drugs in his mouth. I landed right on him and choked the shit out of him. Yeah, like that, to get this motherfucker to cough them drugs up. Yeah, because I damn sure wasn't about to stick my hand in his mouth. No. But I got him and choked the shit out of him. And he threw it up. Like he got it right. I got him. Yeah, choked his chicken. I got him. Yeah. Run his motherfucking neck, But I got his ass, man. But I remember the major came out there. He said, "Y'all guys did a great job." Yeah. But and he want to read policy to me. Yeah. After he had my chest swole, I caught the move my first chase. He was like, "What is the chase policy of Raleigh Police Department?" Oh no. And I looked at my training officer, like, "Oh shit." And he was like, "Yeah." But we was obeying the stop signs. We stopped at every stop sign, But Major didn't. I mean, he didn't get nasty, but he had to remind me, we don't chase in Raleigh. And I'm thinking to myself, man, this is some bullshit. Because if people find out, they're gonna run from the police in the car. I ain't talking about foot chases.
And now it's all
on the car.
Now it's all the time because we don't chase.
Right.
I remember my first chase was the same
So
thing.
I mean, to me, foot chases, to me on a traffic stop, it start with a car chase. To me, and then if the car is disabled or they get to a point where they can't go no further with the car, they're gonna get out on foot, and you're gonna have to chase them. So I mean, yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for the kid. Obviously, I don't want anybody to die. Like, it's not like on my thing. But at the same time, I'm like, but I mean, I wish they would use this. It's sad to say that I'm glad he's white, so we can get past the whole racist thing, and get to the point of the matter, which is stop running from the cops.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
it's bad for everyone to run from the cops.
But see, now they're gonna look at it too. They can be like, oh, he's a white dude, that's why he got caught. If it was a black guy, the white officer would not been able to catch him because he was slow.
Well, that's racist.
Black guy would be fast.
Bro, I've caught every fucking black dude I've chased just about. Bro, I had one guy, the one story before we go, I had one guy, he goes, man, he was really funny. And we got him selling drugs to an undercover cop. But we got him for something else. Just I don't remember the whole story, but we had like the whole flex team. You remember that little jump out team?
Yeah.
We had them all down there. So anyway, we get this guy, and he was he was like LeBron James-ish in color. You know what I'm saying? So like he was a black dude. And so he's sitting at the car and he's leaning up against the car. And we're talking to him. We're like, hey man, so you're gonna go ahead and turn around and put your hands behind your back for us real quick. And he's like, all right. He's like, man, what if I just took off running right now? And I was like, well, there's like 6 of us and there's like a canine. So like, I'm sure we catch you. He's like, you think? I was like, dude, 100%. Took off. He took off, dude. I was like, oh, he only made he tripped and fell on his own accord, and then we all 6 of us dove down on top of him. But he was laughing. He was like, oh, damn it, oh. We were like, stop resist. We do the whole thing. He was like, yeah, okay, all right. Y'all wouldn't have cut me though if I wouldn't have fell.
Well, look, we did another. We had a weed and seed project, and we did Southeast Raleigh. And we were actually doing a prostitution thing as well, and picked up a chick. Hi, doll. How you doing? Oh, and I kind of suspect.
I already know where this is going. What's his name, Princess?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember the name.
Princess, and he has ran. He's a trans, and he has ran from every cop in Raleigh.
This before fast. But here's the funny thing. I didn't, my voice,
old partner, Red,
the voice
caught him.
Threw me off. I was like, his voice.
His real name is Charles.
And he had but check it out though. He had all the stuff on.
Yeah.
And as we got the deal, it went down. They heard, and so basically I was pulling, with that little Exxon station right there at it was on Bragg and
Garner
Road. Yeah, the little gas station. And we pull right there where a lot of truckers stop and get their jollies on. And when everybody converged on us and everything, he looked, this dude had on stilettos and everything.
Yep.
He said, gotta go. That joker did his finger like that to the little door. I tried to lock the door shit to keep his ass in there until they get to the door. His ass somehow got that thing, opened it up. Joker started out running in stilettos, high heels.
Yeah.
And Naylor, I'm Sergeant Naylor. I don't know, I ain't gonna say his first name, but Sergeant Naylor. He was one of the fastest guys. He used to run cross country and all this shit. He was pretty fast. He took off. This joker ran up damn Bragg Street. No,
it don't matter.
Not person,
Our
but
listeners have no idea what
hauling ass.
Yeah.
I mean, he put distance. It looked like Usain Bolt, man.
Yeah.
If you look at the 100-yard, I mean, he was just putting distance between him and the officers. And they finally caught him, but they didn't catch him because they, caught up with him. He fucked around and took a left into some bushes. And there were those little sticker briar bushes. And they ate. That's what stopped him.
Got him.
And when they got him,
I promise you, his name is Charles. He goes by Princess.
But he was an athlete. He was a collegiate.
Yeah, he's skinny,
track.
He's skinny and tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he wears like these shortest fucking little dresses and little onesies and shit. I'm not gonna say her name, but Red, and she's in my book. And I talked to her tonight. It was pretty cool. It's always cool when I get to talk to old cops that I worked with. she got in a foot chase with this dude girl thing, and it's pretty funny. Maybe I'll get her on here to tell her Charles story. But hey guys, listen, thank you guys for joining in tonight. Our sponsors for tonight's show is Factor Fresh, factormeals.com. Go to factormeals.com, use that promo code Wolfpack50, get you 50% off your first buying. You and I have enjoyed.
Yeah, man.
We broke bread over Factor.
Yes.
God, we're so good.
I need to take one home.
And the breakfast, I sent you the email to get your own for free.
I must
send
get
it to you. I'll send it to you again.
Yes.
God, I can lead all you guys to the fucking water, but I can't make you drink it.
Yeah.
But these Factor meals are off the chain. Look, if you're a cop, if you're on the go, if you're on the run, if you're a first responder, you're on the go, you're on the run, while everybody else is eating like peasants in the squad room with their little peanut butter and jellies and bologna sandwiches, you can have a real healthy meal from your choosing of almost like 300 different recipe items on the menu. I don't know if it's 300. I'm just guessing. I just know that I went through the website and there was a million of these things. They come prepackaged, ready to go. They're not frozen. They get delivered right to your door, packaged to serve. They're in like a little tray, and it's in like in a cooler box. It gets delivered right to your door, and you take it out and you put it in your refrigerator. So it's never frozen food, prepared by real chefs. I mean, you can tell that these things aren't like processed food cut. Like it looks like a human being hand cut all this shit and put it on these plates for you, and you microwave it. They are absolutely, and here's some pictures we got on here. They're incredible. So if you're a nurse, you can set it up to get like 3 of these meals a week, 5 of these meals a week. You can get the breakfast shakes every morning. And so while everybody else is burning all their money at Chick-fil-A and Hardee's and all this other stuff, you could be eating pretty conscious meals, whether you want like high protein meals, whether you want calorie conscious meals, vegetarian meals, all meat meals, you name it, they got it. Head over to factorfresh.com. Also, use that promo code Wolfpack50, ghostbed.com. Right now, man, they got that promo code Wolfpack, WOLFPACK, Wolfpack. Get your ghost bed, get your ghost bed pillows. I just went out of town this week for to go watch a UFC fight with a bunch of SWAT boys, and everybody was making fun of me because I brought my ghost bed pillow. I was like, they're like, what is this, like a little sleepover? I said, yeah, I'm not sleeping over. I'm not sleeping out of town without my fucking ghost bed. It's just not going to happen without my ghost bed pillow. I can't bring the whole bed with me, but I can at least bring my pillow. But listen, right now, 50% off. They've got 35% off on a whole bunch of things. The whole website's just covered in deals right now. But it's ghostbed.com/Wolfpack or promo code Wolfpack. Whatever one you use, you get the adjustable base. You can get the cooling sheets, all the cooling technology. It's hot as shit right now. Like everybody's being boiled by climate change right now. But these cooling sheets will keep you like you're back in the 90s cool. You know what I mean? Before the boiling temperatures. Listen, I don't think it's any hotter now than it has been any summer. I can remember as a kid swimming in the fucking ditch. I was so hot. And I haven't been so hot this summer that I want to swim in the ditch.
Right.
I think somebody's blowing.
My balls stick to my legs more this summer.
That's because you're like 65 years old and your balls are like
they hang down. Yeah, they do. Well, my dad's balls hang down. He's 70s.
Like he's at a point now where he wears shorts and they just fall out.
He don't wear shorts. My dad, he free ball.
Just boxers all the time.
Free ball. My dad, he sat on his balls one time.
I'm
like, how you sit on your balls?
That's a real man right there.
I got to tuck me in.
You're sitting on your balls. You know you've made it.
Right. I tell him when you sit down, close your legs.
Dude, tell him to sit down on that ghost bed because you got the adjustable base. You'll turn that bitch right into a couch.
He needs both. He needs the meals too because I think his diet.
Yeah, they probably got the old diabetes conscious meals too in there. Sure they do.
No, I need to check my blood sugar.
Are you serious? You check that on your phone?
Yep.
Damn.
I wear the little sensor.
Technology. We gotta celebrate your diversity this year. Can't forget that. Is it really?
It done came down. Actually, it came down.
I got you excited.
Came down. It's still high though. 269 is still too high.
69 is a good number.
I got to get it down to like 100.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, does that have to do with like how hyper you are, or do you just
what I eat?
Oh, what you eat? What you eat today?
I had roast beef. Meals? I actually had roast beef, mashed potatoes, carrots, and green beans.
Oh, good for you. And that shot your blood level
up to 400 something.
Fuck.
Oh well, it might that sweet ass lemonade might have.
Had
3 glasses.
There it is.
But I drank plenty of water. Damn, I had plenty of water.
Dude. You should cut the.
I just actually put this on today. Afterwards, I got to monitor it and I put it.
You got any comedy shows coming up?
Actually, August 10th. August 10th. We're gonna. I got some things coming up that I posted on Facebook. I haven't posted yet, but some announcements. But we're gonna do some some open mic in Apex.
Oh, I want to
In
go.
Apex.
Dude, you got to get me on the stage for a little
So,
open mic.
yep.
Is there room for me to get up there?
Mhm. Oh
Get me
yeah,
up there.
yeah.
Post that on.
We're gonna
on
open it
Cuff's
up
page.
and it's gonna be at a brewery.
Oh, that's hot. You
Yeah.
got to get me special. You got to get me in
Yeah.
there to do a.
Well, see, that's why I want to put together a tour.
Mhm.
I get 3-4 other comedians and we do a tour at breweries. Do you know North
Oh, yeah, brewery
Carolina
tours, yeah.
has the most breweries
Oh yeah, for sure.
in the South?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know about dispensaries. Distilleries.
No, well,
but-
Kentucky and
But
probably beats
it
us,
would
but
be nice
we got a
if
lot of
we
breweries
if we
for sure.
could hook up something like that and
Yeah.
do a
brew tour?
Yeah,
Oh, that would be sick.
you know.
I didn't get to acknowledge the chat tonight because of all of our technical difficulties. I don't even know if we're live on the YouTube tonight. Hopefully we were. But yeah, so stay tuned to that Instagram. Go do it's failure to stop _uncuffed for this particular Monday show. Tuesdays we have true crime. Wednesdays we have political news. Thursday we have Com Center and the Dispatchers, and then Friday we have our big case breakdown. 5 days a week, 5 free shows. Plus, please support us by going to Patreon. You get tons of bonus content on our Patreon. We've got lots of shows. Again, I'm coming out with the Conserviant. Anthony Romaldi coming on Wednesday. He's huge. Go follow him on Instagram. Absolutely hilarious. He's a political comedian. He does political comedy. He is absolutely hilarious. And Deadleg's got a bunch of stuff up there. John's got some stuff up there. Drew, everybody's putting stuff on the Patreon. So if you want extra bonus content, please go over to our Patreon. If you want to be a paid member on our YouTube, because you don't want to do Patreon, you're more of a visual guy. We've been working really hard on our YouTube, and up until today, we had all the new cameras going with the new sets. But Jay Derrell's camera took a shit right before the show, so
The camera's racist.
that's what it is. Or
Yeah.
you're just so ugly you broke the
Yeah.
camera.
Shit, I'm cute. I look good. I don't know
Not with
about
that
you.
Cowboys
I
hat
look
on.
good.
Nobody
I
looks
look
good with a Cowboys
The
hat.
color coordinated. See, color coordinated. See the shirt?
Black and gold looks like more of your color.
Black and gold. No. My daughter's a Steeler fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why did she go against the grain?
She always heard her mother.
Fuck you, Dad.
And my son's an Eagles fan. I'm like, come on, y'all just want to tear me down, don't you?
Damn, that's
You
a
know?
hard. That's a hard life. That's
But
hard
I'm telling you, if we ever win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna look. They're gonna probably disown me.
We'll be dead by global warming before the Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
Shit, it has been what 30 years. Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a hot
It's been a
minute.
while. 95, 96.
Yeah, back in the Emmett Smith days, right?
Yeah.
Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
Those were the glory days.
Yep.
Some would say that.
Mm-mm.
Some would say it was the glory days. Listen, guys, for myself, Jay Derrell White, this has been Failure to Stop Uncuffed Monday. Until next time, cheers.
See you later.